Hi guys, I hope you're good. I've come to pick the boat up from Uxbridge. I'm joined by my lovely friend Mike. He's gonna give me a hand on the way back and maybe pick up some boating skills to get your own boat, yeah?
Yep, that's the plan.
Right. What do you know?
I know it's a boat and it floats.
Okay.
And that's about it. I'm looking forward to learning more.
What are you hoping to learn by the end of the day?
How to handle one of these competently and not to cause, and not put you or the boat or me at risk in that order.
Alright, I'm not sure you've come to the right person, but we'll give it a go. It's going to be a pretty easy day today. I don't want to get quite as far as Little Venice because it's going to be difficult to moor up. Maybe we'll go as far as Kensal Green, so maybe 5 or 6 hours. We'll see how we go, but there's no rush.
Well, new cups.
Got this lovely new mug. I blacked my bottom at Uxbridge, so cheers.
Cheers.
Let's do it. We set off from the boatyard in Uxbridge and almost immediately came across a sunken boat. It's always such a sad sight to see. This is Mike's first ever time on a narrowboat. We work together, I'm one of his managers, and he mentioned to me at work a few weeks ago that he wants to move onto a boat in the next couple of years. And he's been watching all of my vlogs, so I knew that I would feel more comfortable if I had some crew for my return journey. So he's joined me for a bit of learning and to lend me a hand as well. We're coming up to Cowley Lock now. This is the only lock we'll be doing today, and I'm giving Mike a test of his strength by getting him to pull the boat through. I want to show him that it's easier than it looks to do, and sometimes it's more hassle to get back on the boat and drive through than it is just to pull. I met one of my Twitter followers here, which was nice. I think I've been recognised more times in the last month than in the past 4 years. I still find it very strange, but if you ever see me out and about, feel free to come up and say hello. Just as we were coming past this very nice boat, another boater on the towpath alerted us that there was a baby deer in the water up ahead. Just further on, we met her friend who'd been trying to coax the deer out of the water. I pulled my boat up alongside where the deer was, but the engine noise was scaring it. So I switched the boat off and we pushed it across the canal, sort of making a bridge, and the other guy went to the front of my boat to try and rescue the fawn. He'd already called the RSPCA, they were on their way, but the poor thing had been treading water for quite a while now and it was starting to get really tired. He used my pole to try and get closer to the deer. As you can see, the water is pretty deep here. Unfortunately, every time he got close, the deer just became spooked and swam away. It ended up swimming out of reach of the boat, so we had to moor up and run down the towpath to continue the rescue mission. Another passerby jumped into the water and tried to get hold of the deer, who we've nicknamed Jack.
Very, very weedy.
When the guys pulled him out of the water, I was so relieved.
Yay!
Mike held him down and checked him over. Apart from a small cut to his torso, obviously being really scared, he otherwise seemed to be in good condition. Fed up of being held down, baby Jack kicked away from Mike's grip and waited in this bush for the RSPCA to arrive. As soon as they did, he took off like a rocket. We left them to do their job and carried on our way. So that was a bit of an adventure, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I didn't sign up for that. I'm sure that wasn't in the terms and conditions.
The situation with the deer really helped me to put things into perspective. I had been very nervous before the trip about my engine, but when we saw that poor thing struggling in the water, boats, engines, blacking, none of that mattered. There were a few points where I honestly didn't think the deer was going to make it. I'm putting my new crewmate to good use and getting him to use my barge pole to clear some debris up ahead in the water.
But just push it as far away from the boat as possible.
Unfortunately, we pass another sunken boat. We're on the Grand Union Canal and we're at Bulls Bridge now, so we're about to take a 90-degree left turn onto the Paddington branch of the canal. I give my camera to Mike so I can show off with my boat handling, and of course this is what happens when you get cocky and show off to your mates. I approached the turn far too fast, hit the wall and made myself look like a complete tit. Lesson learned. For anyone that missed my last video, yes, I've changed my channel name, and I hope you like the new name. It would be really cool to live in one of these canal side houses, don't you think? If that's something that you would be interested in, one of my friends runs a website listing canal side properties for sale across the country. I bumped into another work friend as we were going along here. He was out cycling, so we had a good chat. I'm really glad I'm meeting people now and not when my boat was broken down. I like that black boat. No, I like that one even more. I want it. Mike had to go on a conference call and it was definitely past lunchtime, so we pulled up here for a while. It gave the engine a good chance to cool down, and before we headed off I showed Mike how to top up the coolant. The engine seems to be running really well, but to be honest it's kind of hard to tell. I've had so many people come out and do work on it, and every time they do something the engine will sound different or smell different, and I don't really have a benchmark to work from because there's always been problems with the engine. So all I can do is just keep checking for smoke and any really bad noises. As we pass this boat, I spot something in the garden. Oh, look. Mr. Foxy. Some people won't let anybody else touch their boat, but I'm really laid back about letting other people drive. I think it makes it easier for them to learn if I'm calm, and also, ulterior motive, I get to do more filming that I wouldn't get to do if I was on my own, so it's a win-win. We couldn't have hoped for a better day weather-wise. It's a bit sunny, but absolutely no wind, and everything has been perfect so far, apart from the deer, but that turned out well. We're in Perivale now. This is Horsenden Hill. There's a golf course. Some coots. I love that boat name. We're in Alperton now. This is the spot where I had to leave my boat in that horrendous wind from a few videos ago. It feels so good to be cruising back under my own steam. They are so... I'd like one. For a good price, but now they've all been bought up and... But within a couple of minutes, my engine is beginning to strain and we had to pull over. Luckily, I know that it's just something caught round the prop, so I send my willing assistant into the weed hatch, and we're soon on our way again. Unfortunately, it's not long until he's back in there, for a plastic bag this time. We repeated this stop-start a number of times. We were passing through a very weedy and litter-heavy stretch of canal. After another few stops and a great weed haul, we decided to call it a day and fire up the barbecue. Right, so we have just moored up for the night. We haven't quite got as far as we were hoping to get, but we're an hour-ish before I wanted to moor up. And I think that's maybe the hour that we lost rescuing Bambi, Jack, whatever we've called him. Yeah. How was your first experience of narrowboating?
I mean, we did the lock earlier, that was great. Mm-hmm. But dealing with the problem of the grass, the reeds and Jack, that was just completely unexpected. I wouldn't have believed you could get a carrier bag full of reeds around the prop shaft there. It's been an eye-opener, and I've not booked an Uber.
You're still going to come back tomorrow, are you?
Yeah. Tomorrow's going to be easy, isn't it?
Well, you've jinxed us now, but that's fine. Tomorrow will be what it will be. I was, apprehensive because of the engine and everything, but it seems to have run really, really well. The only problem that we had was with the weed, and I knew that that's what it was, so that's fine. I'm glad that we made the call just to stay here and not soldier on and maybe go past our best. But yeah, all in all, it's been a good day.
I've definitely learnt a lot. I might not remember it all, but I've definitely learnt a lot.
Well, you just have to keep doing it, won't you?
Definitely.
Cool.
Looking forward to it.
Right, thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time. Bye.